Hello, I am here with Jai.
Yep.
Yep. And we are playing Too Many Cooks. Can you tell me about this game?
Right. So Too Many Cooks is a 3 to 6 player collaborative cooking game, much along the lines of Overcooked, combined with Space Team for mobile devices. So it's a type of game that you pull out in a board game situation where you're all sitting together in a room and you're working together to solve simple recipes, shouting at each other across the room. Like somebody might be in charge of chopping, somebody might be in charge of like cooking food in the pot, and you have to work together to, solve the current situation. Yeah.
So you're meant to play this with friends with you, the friends that you know, not just randomers online.
No, you're supposed to play this in a room together, so I hope that you're not inviting strangers into your house. But yeah, and the game goes up to 3 to 6 players, like I said, but we are looking to increase it to 7 to 8. But you know the saying, too many cooks spoil the broth. So the more people that you have on the team, the more difficult it becomes to communicate. And keeping that communication succinct is the fun part of the game, and it's the most difficult part of the game.
So when things fall apart, they fall apart bad.
Yeah, but it's not going to be on the game's fault. It's going to be on the players.
Okay, so there'll be some serious arguments then.
Yeah, I hope no friendships are broken. I mean, cooking is supposed to be a communal activity after all, but yeah, it could definitely happen.
Okay, so how far through development are we?
So we have been in development for just like 2 or 3 months at the moment, and so it's pretty early stages. We're just starting to look for a publisher right now. We've only done the first 3 levels, and we intend to make 9 levels for the initial release with additional content coming into the game. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me in-game how it would work. How would the mode work? Or if there's different modes, how would each different mode work?
Right, so each level is kind of like a different menu, right? Like the first level is sushi, second level is ramen, third level is like curry. And I know those are all from Japan at the moment, but we are looking to expand with the future levels into like a more international cuisine. So that's kind of how they would work. Like we go from Japan and then we might visit France and we might visit Italy and take on like iconic dishes from around the globe. Some that people know, like pizza, and some that you don't know, like mango sticky rice, right? And it's a way of introducing people to different cultures of food and kind of just creating more content and creating more of a buzz around like stuff that you might not know. Yeah.
Fantastic. So for people who haven't played the game or haven't seen any footage of the game, what could we compare it to?
Overcooked, which is a pretty famous indie darling at this point. Again, a cooperative cooking game, and Space Team, where it's 2 to 8 people piloting a ship. It's the same way you would do in Star Trek, but they're just like shouting at each other and trying to get these random controls across. So here is a mashup between the two of them. Yeah.
And there's no in-game communication. It all has to be outside.
No.
There's nothing like a little sign that says, "Oh, I need this ingredient," or "I need this plate." It's all like face-to-face.
Absolutely not. So all of the communication, actually most of the issues or most of the problems in the game can be solved simply by talking to one another, and there's nothing in-game that's going to help you do that. So I would hope that you are good enough friends with the people you're playing with so that you can just like talk to them. You're full.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got fish. Who needs fish? Red man.
I need a cut, and he can cut.
Do you need a plate?
Yeah, I need a plate too.
So, Jean, just real quick, what's your role and how big's your team?
Our team is just 2 people, Chris Lee and myself, Jai, and we operate under Finifugu and Friends, which is just like a small, like I said, like 2-person company. I am a game designer, but for this project, I'm the game designer / UI designer and illustrator for the project, and Chris is the programmer. So I think because we're such a small team, most of the roles are very hybrid. And I think that's the case with most small teams. But yeah, it's just, I guess the biggest difference is like visual programming. And then everything else just like share.
I asked this question to a lot of developers on the spot, okay? Looking really far ahead to the future, what's the main goal for you? Like, what would be your passion project in the future after the Too Many Cooks?
I'm actually currently working on another project, 2 projects called Color City, which is one, and the other is Emoji Map. I think Emoji Map is a bit more self-explanatory. It's like a way of communicating between people through like a dynamically generated map. And that kind of like dynamic MMO style like social content is stuff that I really like doing, and that's kind of how I think that's what I'll be creating in the future. Almost no single player stuff. It's always going to be collaborative, new tech, massively multiplayer entertainment, not really RPG games. Yeah.
So, Jai, is this your first time at a WeGeek event?
Yeah. We just heard about the event through like a couple of friends, right? And then as I said, we haven't been in development for too long, so we knew that this was the time that we wanted to get out there and get a much more public opinion of like how our game is functioning. And it's already been pretty helpful. I mean, like you saw that we had to fix a couple of stuff, but like everything's good now. And I mean, the more time we spend at it, obviously the better. And it's a local event, you know, we're based in London, and it's just really helpful to get a more public opinion. Yeah.
So you think that this is great for indie devs, this kind of place?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's we weren't sure if it was going to be really like casual or like whether it would be a really uptight event, but no, it seems like a really friendly and casual event, and it's great for the stage of development that we're currently in right now. Yeah, it's really excellent. Yeah.
Okay, listen, Jai, I wish you all the best of luck with this game. It's fantastic. It was crazy to play when we played it.
It's been great having you play our game.
Thank you. I've done good. I wish it does.
You did really, really well. Like, we need at least 3 people to play, so if one person wants to play it and no one's going to play it with them, we needed the extra people, and you were great. So,
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Best of luck.
Best of luck.